Speaking of friends, hello, Madeleine Casey, and hello, Johan Nayar. How are you?
We're good. Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Not as good as you both, obviously. You guys seem like you're very busy people.
We are, yeah. But thank you for having us.
You're more than welcome. So, just as a heads up, I mean, I mentioned the Banjo Boys and the London Breeze Film Festival. Tell me a little bit about the London Breeze Film Festival first before we move on to the film, because I'd never heard of it. So tell me a little bit about this, and just in case other people haven't heard.
Sure, yeah. So London Breeze is in its 11th year, and we're a film festival all about supporting and championing emerging filmmakers at whatever point they make their film. But in particular, young filmmakers, that's where we started. We kind of started from a very grassroots place, and but we grew over 10, 11 years to being an international film festival. People submit to us from all over the world, and we have a new 19 to 25 category as well this year for our youngest filmmakers to give them that chance with their first film to have a platform for it. That's us, and we have industry programs. We have a 5-day festival every October, and we have a year-round program. And the Banjo Boys opened London Breeze last year. It was our gala opening. It was the most wonderful evening, and we thought the film has had the most amazing. It was its world premiere, and it's had the most amazing festival run since. And we thought, well, we haven't done with it yet. We want to take it on the road and give other people, some of the joy of the film.
Wow. I mean, you did mention that it opened the London Breeze Film Festival last year, and I believe it won the Audience Award?
It won the Audience Award, it did, yes.
What made this film stand out to you as a programmer then?
It was, the story is just so powerful within the film. It's a real story of resilience, of not allowing your beginnings to define you. The two musicians, Yobu and Yosefi, who we meet in the film, who are Madalitso Band, came from very difficult beginnings back in the early 2000s in Malawi, when there was famine and hard times, and they got themselves to the city and became street buskers, and that's where they met each other. And then that's where they met Johan's brother Neil, who was a bit of a lost soul there, who'd bought a one-way ticket to Malawi, and the three of them linked up, and Neil just knew that these guys had a sound that the world should hear, really, and he helped them get onto the world stage, away from busking and onto platforms and festivals around the world. So it's just the heart and soul that's in the film that absolutely blew me away when I saw it, and our audiences too.
So Johan, how did you get involved then? I know your brother Neil, he tagged along, made it a threesome. So what made you sit up and take notice?
So my day job was teaching English as a foreign language, and I had a week off, and it coincided with the first time my brother was bringing the band to the UK. So I just said to him, look, I'm going to come and film you guys, I'd like to find out more about the band. I'd only met them once in Lyon in France, and I thought there was a bit of a story at that point. That was a couple of years before. So 2019, I took my camera, I went to WOMAD, I went to a festival in Cornwall, and I went to Wilderness in Oxfordshire. I made a little documentary about that, and but when I heard all of the other stories from the past, as well as just looking at the trajectory of the band, because they were really kind of expanding from one show in Zanzibar to a mini European tour to suddenly like a proper European tour, I could see something was happening with the band, and I saw them live, and the way they got the crowd going in some of the festivals. Yeah, I was just like, wow, this is music, this is adventure, and there's a deeper story as well.
Wow. And how do you think then that UK audiences, especially outside major cities, will connect with the story that's rooted in Malawi?
So the Malawi element I find is quite a new thing. It's not, apart from The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, there's not a great deal of media around Malawi, but the music is really quite engaging and quite powerful. These guys are very industrious and resilient, so they built their own instruments, but also, they built their own. So the babatone is, there's a great moment with Cerys Matthews at the beginning where she's like, that's a 7-foot slide bass. That's my best Welsh accent, by the way. and he's playing it with a medicine bottle and a credit card as a pick. And she goes, "Oh, that sounds great in isolation."
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's a homemade bass, 7 foot. They take that all around the world with them, and they have all kinds of dramas trying to get it into countries, out of countries.
I was just about to say, I'd love to be at check-in when they're trying to get that through.
Yeah, you do see that in the film, some funny and slightly heart-stopping moments when you think they're not going to be able to get on that plane, and that they've got a gig in another country, and but it's the human element of the story. It's a real human, it's a universal story of resilience and resistance. To as I said, what your beginnings were, and to people, I think the film almost begins with people said we were mad, or I was mad. That's one of the first things Neil says when he, started out on the venture with the guys, and we so many of us have been there. It's part of life, isn't it? To kind of just, even though it's a bit of a scary thing to do, and the guys talk about, they didn't know this guy from Britain, who was he, and maybe he was not a nice guy, but they took the chance, and it's a story of trust as well, and like
the hero's journey really fits in, because they in the hero's journey, the heroes have to refuse the call to action, the call to do this adventure, but eventually something convinces them to actually go ahead with it. So that was like really when the story kind of pushes into, like, say, Act 2 and really kind of gets moving, is when they say, okay, we'll do it, we'll go to Zanzibar with this strange British singer-songwriter guy with long hair.
I think it's crazy, because when you tell the story, it sounds like it's fiction, but it's actually, the beautiful thing is it's somebody's story. People's story.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's their lives. It is their lives. And another beautiful thing is you're bringing it to Nottingham. Yes. Yeah. We were looking at different parts of the world the UK to take it to, and the film is touring in the west and the southwest, and but Nottingham has, in particular, a Malawian diaspora community, and we thought that's, we want this film. We want people from that community to see this film, and it's such a beautiful showcase as well for Malawi, and the guys are such great representatives of their country. It's just so heartwarming from that point of view as well, and it's so beautiful. Gosh, I am definitely going to Malawi. I mean, when I saw that film, I just said I want to go there.
It's a beautiful place.
And so that's one of the reasons for Nottingham, as well as, Nottingham's a great city, and we're going to the Savoy Cinema, which is, I believe, one of the older cinemas in the city, and it's a beautiful space.
It really is. It's such a, it sounds really, I don't even know, it's such a comfortable cinema to be in. I love the Savoy. Out of all of them, I do prefer to go there. I can't lie, I really do. Yeah, it's such a beautiful, and you feel the history of it. So yeah, I do like the Savoy.
The tickets are very reasonably priced, and we really hope to see lots of people. Obviously, Johan and I are travelling with the film, so there's going to be a Q&A. So there's an opportunity for people to talk to us as soon as the screening's finished, and and we'll chat about the film, and then they can ask questions, and we'll have some nice little bits and pieces for them to pick up, some little merch from London Breeze. And also it's a good opportunity for anyone, especially, you've got the universities there and the colleges, for anyone interested in film who's maybe making their first film or has already made a couple of shorts maybe. Come and talk to us about submitting your film to a festival like London Breeze, and the chance to get it seen maybe in our festival in October, because that's what Johan did,
Yeah, such a great festival, London Breeze, really. I can't speak highly enough of that festival, yeah.
And that's a good little plug, actually, because Nottingham, I have to say, is a very creative city. So that's good. People listen.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I mean, you have so many great things coming out of Nottingham, especially in terms of TV. And so I know there's a lot of interest in film and, the visual arts. And so it's a beautiful film to see as well. I mean, Johan just did an amazing job as cinematographer, as DOP. It's just gorgeous to look at. So come and talk to him about that. And I know sound is your particular thing as well.
Sound, yes. So this is one of the things that you will only get at a cinema like the Savoy, or when we take it around to cinemas, is the 5.1 mix. So we spend a lot of time with Guy Dowsett down here in Bournemouth. He's an Aussie sound designer, and we really wanted to capture on 5.1, the 0.1 is the bass, and we really sort of rooted a lot of the bass sounds into that. So it kind of has a festival feel, but you only really get that at the cinema because you're getting the full sound as we envisioned it,
Fantastic. I mean, you did mention for the London Breeze Film Festival, it's 19 to 25 as well. When I was 19, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So people are writing films. What?
Oh, totally. I mean, people are making films, we've all got our cameras in our back pockets, don't we? So, the means to do it is there. And it's the stories, and the stories are out there. We all have our own stories, and we have the stories we hear that inspire us. So, yeah, I mean, we have over 700 entries to our festival last year, and we managed to show 150, which we're very proud of. And a lot of those were by young filmmakers, just starting out, or not so young, just starting out. We have some people debuting their feature debuts in their 50s. That's happened 2 years in a row, 2 different women. So, there's it's all happening out there.
It's an ageless industry. So for those who want to attend the film viewing in Nottingham, what do they need to do? Where can they go?
Yes, so the Savoy Cinema website, obviously you can buy your tickets there. The film is on the 22nd of April, that's next Wednesday at 8:15, and buy your tickets from the website, or go onto the London Breeze website, there's links there as well. We're also on Instagram. So
just come along, everyone. It's going to be a great experience, and it's quite unique just having the Q&A with us. It brings the whole film to life. So definitely come along if you have the chance.
Yeah, well, there's no excuse there, because Q&A is perfect, because what you might not understand something in the film, you can always ask the question with you guys. So that sounds good.
Totally. And London Breeze, we don't just put on a film, we created an event screening. So, we will be there beforehand to chat and talk, and we'll have some little goodies for people to pick up, and they can sign up for our mailing list and then see the film, the Q&A, and then we will be around for a little while afterwards.
Brilliant.
And I believe there's a pub up the road, isn't there?
Yes, I believe so.
The Sir John Borlase?
Oh, it's a great pub.
Warren, is that what it's called? Sir John
That's correct.
Yeah. So
well, that's on you.
It's an unusual name.
Even I forget what that. I always go the Sir John Warren. So you did well right there. I'm very impressed.
Carry on the chat there afterwards.
Brilliant. Sounds like a plan. One more time, let people know the date, the time, and where they can get their tickets, please.
So it's Wednesday, the 22nd of April, 8:15, and it's the Savoy Cinema. And come early, and we'll have a good chat.
Brilliant. Madeleine Casey and Johan Nayar, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having us, Jackie. It's been lovely to talk to you.
Thank you, Jackie.
You guys have made my job very easy today. I love that.
Well, that's great.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
I think you covered all grounds. That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
97.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah.